Coaches, Rick Stewart of All Access Coaching. I'm really excited to bring you this free video, and make sure you hit the subscribe and like button down below. And if you hit the like and subscribe button, you'll get notified when we upload new content. We're uploading 3 or 4 videos every week.
Defensive weekly plan, Sunday through Saturday. We meet 7 days a week. Some people don't do that. I've been places where we do it, where we don't. So I'm just going to take you through our week defensively. And I'll start on Sunday. That's our game plan day. That's a big work day. Now, I don't know if you go to church or if you watch church or whatever, even if you do or don't, it's your choice. But like after church on Sunday, for me, I go to the early service just so I can get up, get that, and then get to work. I'm at work by 10 o'clock in the morning usually. You know, Coach Haraway does the same thing. He's our defensive line coach, young coach. Goes to church as well, and he gets up there as quick as he can and starts working as well. But our head coach set a time for us, 2 o'clock. That's what time the coaches are supposed to be there. Now, 95% of the time on Sundays, we're up there earlier than that, game planning, and there's no end time. But I know this, at 6 o'clock, we're having family dinner. And I think that's incredible that Coach sees the value of your family, and it's not just the coaches that eat dinner. It's all the wives. It's 12 different kids up there playing in the field house, on the field, running around. So I think that's extremely important that we have family dinner as well, because the wives get to hang out a little bit together, because we as coaches are together so much. You got to have somebody supporting you other than just the person that you're working with. And those wives, I mean, they do a great job. They're single parents. I mean, they really are during football season. I mean, because we're up there so many hours. So this is a great opportunity to get together, and Coach does that. Players are off on Sunday. We don't bring them in for anything. Some people do, some people don't, whatever. We don't do that. We give them that day off. Now, Coach A, B, C, and D, those are defensive coaches. Okay, if you've got 3 coaches, you got to delegate how you want those 3 guys to do things. But I delegate what I want each one to do, and they know, Coach Haraway knows when he shows up for work on Sunday, what his responsibilities are. He gets to work, get it done. Okay, and if I got to stand over top of him and do that, like, Coach, you got that done? Coach, you got that done? Coach, you got that done? Then he don't need to be my guy. Nobody wants that guy that has to get prodded along all the time. So Coach A, opponent run and pass and personnel groupings. So we've got a guy looking at that stuff off of film breakdown, and I can talk about the huddle stuff that we use, the checks, the calls, the call sheet, and scripts. I'm Coach A. Okay, I'm the guy that does our call sheets, our scripts for the week. Like, I script what we want to see all week on Sunday. I don't do it Monday after practice, Tuesday after practice, Wednesday after practice. Sunday's my work day. It's a long day. Okay? But I'm going to put that work in so on Monday I can leave. Well, not really. We have JV. On Tuesday I can leave. Okay? So, or Wednesday I can leave. Coach B does scouting reports. Okay? Like, if that's Coach Haraway, he knows when he comes in, he's going to look at opposing film, figure out who the starters are. What's top formation? What are their top plays? What route concepts are they running? Like, if we play a school like Thompson, there might be 1,000 route concepts. Okay, we try to narrow it down and say, okay, is it a vertical passing scheme? Is it a short pass? What are they really doing? Even though there's one tag, okay, that makes the play different. Checks, weekly calls. Coach C does film cut-up for us. This is a guy basically spends his whole time looking at huddle. And for us with huddle, our offensive coaches put in what our opponent's offense is doing. Just like we put in defensively, if we're playing Hoover, offensive coaches are putting in what Hoover's running offensively. Defensive coaches put in what Hoover's running defensively. So in practice, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, but it's our terminology. Like, if you were in here for the linebacker session, if there's an outside blitz, an offensive coach might just go, hey, outside blitz, coach. We want outside pressure. Well, that doesn't help my guys learn anything because it's scout guys. But I call that a star 6. Now he's learning our scheme, running Hoover's plays. Just like our offense. Now there may be little tweaks in the way they block things, and we may have to tag it a little differently, but our offense knows, hey, if we're running a zone play, it's in our offense's terminology. And those young kids are learning it in our terminology instead of holding up a card and saying, okay, here it is, drawn out, and they're not learning anything. So that's how we teach our young guys a lot of times. And then Coach C.
Hey, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Right back what you just said. Do you label the offense in your terminology? Do you always...
Offensive coaches label the offense for our opponent. And defensively, so like Coach Haraway, he looks at the defensive line and he'll say, okay, they're in a double eagle. They're in double eagle tight. They're in base. They're in deuce. They're in okie. And he does that for however many films that the offense needs. Linebacker coach is putting in all the linebacker stunts. I'll put in the secondary. Okay? So if they're 3 high or if they're 4 deep, quarters match, whatever it is, I put it in. So then the offense can say, okay, here's a report. They run it. It's in our terminology so we can line up the way they need it. And it saves time, I think, because if you've ever been this guy, drawing practice cards, that's the worst job ever. I mean, it really is. I mean, you got to draw all this, and you spend 8 hours, and all of a sudden you're like, well, we ran these 6 plays. I ran 300 cards, Coach. We ran 6 of them. It's a whole lot easier just to pull it on huddle, and if it's in your terminology. If it's not in your terminology, like when we play teams that might run wing T stuff, that's not really what we do offensively, so we have to draw a lot of cards. We play Mountain Brook, okay? We don't have terminology for what Mountain Brook does. I mean, they're going to line up with a center here and 5 over here, and the next play there's going to be a tight end next to the center, and then they're going to shift them all over here. We got to draw it. I mean, and our guys know, hey, look, guys, this is just going to be a bad week. We got to draw cards. So that's what we take care of on Sunday. On Monday, defensively now, this is what we cover. Okay, so each day we try to cover a different situation. We're going to cover first down plays and 3rd and long. So if we had 20 plays of team, we're focusing on first down plays and 3rd and long. Field zone calls for 7-on-7. We'll break it down like that because the way we run 7-on-7 is if we start on the 40, our offense on the 40, next play's on the 30, next play's on the 20, next play's on the 10, 5. So I'm going to hit something in the free zone, I'm going to hit something in the red zone, and I'm going to hit a goal line play in their passing scheme in 7-on-7. Top personnel groupings, top plays. That's what we focus on Monday. And then we're going to run our base calls on Monday. We're not going to try to get all these exotic pressures and blitzes on Monday. I want them to see the play out of a base defense and match it up correctly. Tuesday, Wednesday, we might incorporate those blitzes now. But I want them to see the play the way it's supposed to be ran the first time on Monday. In practice, we're going to do a formation rec and adjustments period. We do a lot. Or not a lot, but we have some automatic checks. And if we've got automatics for that week, we talk about them on Monday when we install. So we'll spend 10 minutes on that or more if needed. I mean, we'll take away Indy time so we get that right. Because if you can't line up correctly, it don't matter. Blitz on barrels, we'll hit that on Monday as well. If there are any blitzes we're running, if you were in the last presentation, we'll hit the blitzes once or twice a week, just in a period like this, blitz on barrels. And the way we do it, if here are the barrels, I got one defense on this side, and I'll say, hey, star 6, star 6. They're going to run star 6 here. That's my starters. The 2s, right now, star 6, they'll run it. Right over here, hey, Willie 7, they'll run it. Willie 7, they'll run it. So we got the varsity guys running it, we got the backups running it. So everybody's getting those reps during blitz on barrels, both sides. And I don't care about formations during that time. I just want to run the blitz. We'll cover 7-on-7 in practice on Mondays. We'll also have our team portion. You don't see inside on Mondays, okay? You know, we're not in full pads on Mondays, so we're not going to do inside. Film, we're going to show film to our players before practice, talk about top personnel groupings. In huddle, we've got that. We've got it broken down. Personnel groupings, here's a formation. We've also got pictures of it in our scouting report. Coach will get a picture of, hey, when we talk about ace, this is what we're talking about. If it's trips, this is a picture of it. So they can see it here, they can touch it, take it home, all that good stuff. Top runs, top passes, formations, and checks that we have for the week. That's all stuff that we're taking care of on Sunday. Now we're giving it to the kids on Monday. Coaches, obviously, after practice, we're going to mark up film. Well, Coach, how do you do that before the JV game? Well, if we've got time to do it before the JV game, we will. If not, you do it at home afterwards. Coach Floyd's not going to say, hey, JV game's over, guys. We got home at 10:30 from Oxford. Y'all got film. Now go home, get it done before practice the next day. And then we share it with each other as well as coaches.
Coaches, I really hope you got some great information from that YouTube video. Again, hit the subscribe and like button down below. It gives us valuable data. And you also get notified when I upload new content to this channel. Thanks for watching, coaches.